What's up, guys? I'm David.
I'm Cecil.
It's the Lighthouse.
What up, though?
You got anything you want to say?
Yeah, man, I'm not going to lie to you just for 1 second. So, God puts tests in front of you all the time. And he tries to get you down as much as you can. He tries to break you in every single way that he possibly can. Look, man, I just went through something this past weekend. I don't even want to get into it. I just want to say, if you really, truly, honestly believe God listens to you, and I put that on everything that I got, because 3 days ago, I was just trying to be somebody completely, totally different, alone, isolated, just whatever, because I was worried about something. And I gave it up and let God. And today, I don't have to worry about anything anymore. And it just happens, man. You just got to have faith. That's all I got.
It was like the second you let go, too, wasn't it?
Yeah. The second, bro.
Yeah.
It
shows what we can do by stressing.
I mean, like, there was so much stress that I had. It was just like, and I just let it, just like you said, I let it build and build and build. And all of a sudden, I just said, God, please, man, for real. Like, I need to stay focused. I need to stay powerful. I need to stay just positive. And devil was just, no, bro, no. And I'm like, and as soon as I said, man, let go, I woke up this morning and I'm still 100% blessed like I am every day. All because of him.
I love it, man. It's like the whole time I've drove myself through life. Ditch. I let go of the wheel and he's just, I ain't hit the ditch yet.
No.
I just gave him the wheel, man.
No bumps in the road.
Yeah. I mean, there's bumps in the road, but
yeah,
we don't veer off course.
And we don't feel them as much.
Yeah. Man, I talked to you off camera, but it happened on camera, so I want to apologize to you again last time, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this isn't just your time to speak. It's just like, I care about what you're saying and want to engage in it and ask questions in it. Last time I was just so tired, dude.
Bro, work is work, man. We get it. You understand? All right, so if nobody understands the concept of this, it's how it works. So David works at a place where he's in a factory. Well, that's not in a factory, but he's doing factory work all night long, like heavy lifting all night long. And then when he gets off, like on Saturday night, he don't get off until midnight. When I work on Saturday, I work 14 hours a day. So when we go and do our thing all night long on Saturday, we're still up at 7 o'clock in the morning getting everybody ready to be able to go to church. We still go and get in the van and go and pick up people around the town to go to church.
Yeah.
Then we do church all the way up until 12:30, 1 o'clock. Then we come and do this podcast. Then we go home. We have a couple hours to chill, do what we got to do. Then we go back to church for Celebrate Recovery, and we do that until 10 o'clock at night. Come back home, let go for about an hour. Then we got to wake up tomorrow and do the same thing all over again. And it's a burden to be able to do these things.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing, bro.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. We said it the same time.
Hey, I'll get you one.
But yeah, it's 100% a blessing, man. And if this was taken away from me right now, I'll be in a bad spot, man, because things like this and doing this podcast for me and for him and for y'all, it keeps me level-headed and keeps me staying on the straight path.
It's fulfilling.
Yes.
Man, and like I said, there was a lot of questions that going back when after I had some rants watching your testimony, I'm like, why didn't you ask that? But I was over here trying not to fall asleep. Like I was chugging that NOS, bro. It was not doing nothing for me, bro.
No, 9 times out of 10, it'll hurt you more to help you.
Yeah, man. But I do have some questions, you know.
Sure.
Like when you got robbed, man, and your crash. Like I know it's had to give you some pretty bad PTSD.
Yeah, I'm diagnosed.
Yeah.
I'm diagnosed.
How does that affect you today? Like I'm sure how. I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I can assume the impact that it had, especially while drinking. Maybe it numbed it. So I guess it's two questions. How did it affect you before sobriety and now?
Okay. I'll start with the gunshot first. At that point in time, I was like, 23,
Yeah.
And even though I was in the game, it didn't really seem like the game. You know what I'm saying? Like I was still going out and selling, but I wasn't like big gangster, come look at me. I got all this money. Let's go to the club. And
still seemed sweet.
Yeah. I mean, so I was like getting my feet wet. So I guess you could say that'd be an appropriate word.
Yeah.
But bro, when he put that gun to the back of my head, and pulled the trigger. Well, that's real, bro. That's about as real as you can get. And, you know, I'll say this now, by the grace, like I said in the testimony, bro, as soon as that happened to me, I was gone. Like I left that whole scenario. No more nothing. No more selling nothing.
Yeah.
You know, like I was done with that. I was like, this is the first time I actually tried to do it and get involved in doing it. And then literally, if the gun wouldn't have jammed, if he wouldn't have shot and missed his hand,
yeah,
I would not be here.
Yeah.
So, you know, I go with that. But yeah, being drunk during that whole scenario, I didn't really think about it that much. I was like, oh, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
The car wreck really got me though, bro. Because, I mean, come on, man. How to get clipped by the interstate? Get clipped by an 18-wheeler on the other side of the interstate, bro?
Jump over.
Doing about 80 miles an hour? Man. And when I woke up out of the coma and they literally told me, they were like, if you would have had your seatbelt on, you'd have died. I was like, where do you go with that, man? I mean, like, I'll tell you this. After that day, I only drove when I absolutely had to. Absolute. I've had a couple of DUIs, like one right after that, but my car was total. I was driving somebody else's car. But I'm scared.
Yeah, for sure.
And you talk about the PTSD? I tell myself all the time, I feel like that now is what I've been building up and why the sobriety part is going to help me. But my PTSD, I'm scared to death if I get behind the wheel of a car. Not because I can't drive or not because I can't have a license. What if I get behind the wheel and something happens and I freak out and I pause? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I go through a moment where I pass by a semi and he's getting too close to me and I just all of a sudden have a flashback. Split second, boom, and I hit somebody. I hurt somebody. Heaven forbid I kill somebody. You know? All these things are on my conscience.
Now, these thoughts that you're able to sift through and overcome, or do they like conquer your thoughts?
No, they don't. I've been able to overcome them to an extent. Like cars don't really scare me. Like I took a Lyft and an Uber ride everywhere. I ride with all kinds of people who I really believe need to not have a driver's license. But I'm being
most of the worst ones.
Yeah, bro. If you know, you know.
Yeah,
it's crazy, bro. But no, it's been a blessing, man, to really know that I have went through all that. And I mean, I'm still the backseat driver with the brake, the passenger seat with the brake, like you know, the old crack handle right here with your foot on the brake and the passenger seat. Yeah, buddy. But no, man, I'm good. Other than that, when it comes to that, man, God, in this past year, man, God showed me a whole nother way of thinking about things.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I have some questions to go along with that for sure. But first, I want to ask you about your mom, man. Like, we both kind of have a similar experience, whereas like we didn't really have our moms in our lives like we should have.
Absolutely.
And when they were there, they didn't have like a good impact. And then when they came back around, they were an addiction, and it's like, and then we both lost them. And it's like there's that resentment, but
100%.
I just wonder if you've shared the same experience. Like over the years, I've come to realize, like I'll hear somebody complaining about their mom, and I'm like, man, just love her,
bro.
Just love her while she's there, man.
Man, I have that feeling every day, bro.
Yeah.
When I see people going through things and they don't reach out to their family, and you know they don't show their respect and the appreciation that you know that we didn't get. You know what I'm saying? Because we wanted it, but we never got it. Because every single time that we thought we were going to be able to have it, it got ripped away because addiction took over. And I just sat there. Even when I was in madness, bro, when my grandmother passed away and I started drinking, like just start drinking. Like I was like, man, I wish my mom would quit. You know, she's the only one I really got left as a figure, and you know that didn't happen. But
It's like, go ahead.
Oh, a lot of people are going to talk about your family scenarios, and I hate just like David said, I hate my mom, I hate my dad, I hate the situation. They're the reason why I got into all this. They're the reason why I'm hurting. They're the reason why I'm hopeless. They're the reason why I'm this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
But trust me, we've heard it all. And man, just think for 1 second. Just close your eyes and think for 1 second of the people that's out there in the same position that you are, and they have no one to be the rock, no one to hold them up, no one to show them confidence, no one to try to build them up, no one to do anything. I did that for 28 years. I had nobody to help me. And then one day, I showed up in London, Kentucky, and I found my people, I found my church, and I found God. I'm straight.
Man, I was gonna ask that. I was gonna say, like, do you feel like God's put everything you need available to you, right?
Absolutely. All I have to do is just be obedient.
So there's nothing that if you were to, do you have like a vision for the future? Or are you just walking day by day?
I was told in the chapter that we shouldn't future trip.
Well, that's not the same thing. It can be.
It can be, but that was just a mentality that I had. You remember those papers that we had to sign, short-term goal, long-term goal?
Yeah.
I try to keep those in my head, you know, like.
Why?
Because it gives me something to motivate myself to be able to do. But I will never neglect the path that God's got me on.
Yeah.
I will not steer right. I will not steer left. The devil's going to want me to go this way.
Yeah.
The devil's want me to go that way. But I've done every single thing in the past 11 months and 2 weeks. That's right. No. Anyway, in the past 11 months, I have not steered from what God's plan was. And he's just, here you go, run with that.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's when your promise is guaranteed.
Yeah.
The promise that God has for you.
Yeah, when you don't even think about it, it's the most mind-blowing thing. I never thought about it, bro.
Yeah.
I never thought about starting school. I never thought about prison ministry.
Right.
I never thought about going on a Emmaus walk and being able to be that close to God. You know, I never thought that I was going to come here and have the same job for an entire year, like fresh out of treatment. Like, yeah. I mean, I never thought about any of those things, man, but I stayed the path that God put me on, and I haven't steered.
That's the best thing that you can learn because, like, say if my long-term goal was to be a barber, right?
Yeah.
Just a random example, but God's got me on this path, and I see barbers over there. Our instinct is to run over there and make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
But God may have something. He may be taking you this way so you can pick something up and have it once you get there, or avoid this bad thing that's along the way. Or we don't know, man. His plans consist of so much more information than we can possibly process, and He knows what's best. You know what I mean? So it's like it's great to have long-term goals, and I think it's also kind of wise that you don't really talk about it as much to everybody because you never know who's out to. No weapon formed against
sabotage that goal.
No weapon formed against me is going to prosper. But if I have a weapon, it can do some damage to myself.
Yeah.
And that weapon can be formed just by letting other people in on your plans and then put it in introducing doubt.
Would you go along to say like sabotage?
Even if it's not that, it is sabotage. But even if it's not intended to do so, it's like most people just don't believe that you're going to do anything outside of the norm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you're talking about I'm going to go work my life away, check to check, then they don't really think anything like that. But I don't believe that God God's not limited to small dreams, man.
Right. So you mentioned 2 weeks ago, he was like, when I got the job when I started working at 14, You was like that. I said that's that's a reality check, wake up call. You learn how to learn how to be a man real quick. He's like, is that the reason why you've held a job for so long and so so forth?
Yeah.
So check this out. Just while you said that statement, just made me. It's here you go. God put me to where I looked at TGI Fridays that day. I said, I'm going to be that. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm going to be, and I'll stop at nothing to be that. I did that for 20 years. Did I meet my goal? I went way beyond that. But you know what? Here, now, God put me there where I was in the maddest, worst that I've ever been. He put me there and brought me here to make me realize that if I can do that, if I can put all my heart into that, come here and put the same heart into it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, 100%. Whether it's my heart was in chasing drugs, and I was very good at it. You know what I'm saying? There was no drought for me because I'm good at networking. But now he's using me for the same thing,
but in a different capacity.
Right now, I get to network and share this podcast and get to. We're going to be interviewing a lot of people, bro.
This is going to be so. You have no idea what we're fixing to be bringing up, guys. It's amazing,
and we're not going to quit. This is. I said I was going to build a lighthouse. This is it being built. This isn't it built. Does that make sense? Like it's going to be continued. It's going to continue to build, man. But that's what he's using me to network. That like I'm good at lining up testimonies and going to all these different places. And I'm about to go to another rehab. Man, he'll use that. He uses the strengths that you were using in the wrong way, because people think like, oh, all I've ever done is bad things, right?
Right.
That's all I'm good at. And it's like, no, you were really good at something and you misused it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if we just like let our hand off the wheel and let God just learn how to live day by day, just for a little bit. Don't touch nothing. Just observe and stay open to receiving what God's gonna do. And once you get in the routine of that, He'll start giving you those things back and showing you how to use them right.
Yeah. And you appreciate it 10,000 more.
Yeah.
Once you see it.
And you said that the people in your life right now, like, you consider them as family?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Because I know you're kind of like, you're a lot like me in a sense. Like, I mean, of course, you were with your birth family, right? You're hoping that their family, you're holding on to that. And then that's not right. I mean, you're holding on to your grandparents' family, and they were a good family to you, but then you lost that. And then you find family in your coworkers, right?
Every single person that I put my faith in, I lost.
Yeah.
Every one of them. Yeah. Every single one. And throughout all those years, I got my brother's mother, who I love until the day that I die. I got Jerry Lynn, who I love more than anything. And Miss Faye, I didn't say your name last time, but you need to be recognized. I love you and thank you for everything you do. I mean that. But yeah, when I emphasize, I can't say it like I used to say before. Before I would say, oh, that's my family right there. That's my family right there. No, man, I can't. I don't want to go that route anymore, because I did that and I failed, because I gave my trust to my family, and my family let me down. Not my boyfriend. We're not talking about that. So I come here with a whole new mentality. If you're my people, you're my people.
So you've got a little bit of reserve there.
Yeah.
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 And that's understandable. Yeah. That's probably why it took you so long to open up to me, didn't it?
Yeah. It's just when you're dealing with something like that, man, that's a lot of times that's all you got, man. You don't want to, like, bro, I don't want to sit here and tell you the most intimate things about me, things like that, and then and you use that against me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, let me tell you about what Cecil did in this when he and have a conversation, but you can't tell nobody.
Yeah.
Bro, that'll break it instantly.
For sure.
Like, no question.
For sure. I mean, we all spent, I can't say we all did. Maybe some people haven't experienced this. I would assume it's part of the human condition.
What's that?
Just what you're describing, venting to people and having them use it against you, or just them being committed to misunderstanding you, or judging you or whatever. And it's like eventually I realized, like I spent so long, and I would try to explain what I was trying to say in so many different ways to where people would get it, and it always blew up in my face,
Yep.
right? And then finally I realized I was just talking to the wrong one. And
Right.
as soon as I started talking to Jesus, man, he understood. As soon as I started talking to Jesus, it finally felt like my words weren't wasted. I've got out of the repeating myself mode,
Since I've been here, yeah.
the desperately repeating myself.
You know what I did every single time when I trusted somebody with telling them something, and they went out and just ruined it?
Yeah.
You know what it did?
Hmm.
Right back to alcohol.
Oh yeah. Because that was the drugs or the alcohol, whatever it is. They're never the problem. They're your attempt at finding a solution.
They're the crutch.
Right. Man, that's that right there. It changes everything when you realize that. It can change everything if you accept it.
What? That it's a crutch?
That it's not the problem.
Yeah, it's not the problem.
Yeah. Because then if you really accept that,
it's a hard thing to grasp. Don't get it twisted. Like real talk, it's a hard thing to admit that your problem is not being an alcoholic. That's your crutch.
Yeah.
You're doing something to not think about the real problem, and you're using that as a crutch.
And it may not just be that you're trying to not think about it. You may not know.
No, I didn't know. I had no clue.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, 28 years of drinking, I had no clue, and I'll tell you why. My therapist at the treatment, at what next chapter, literally told me, I need to explain something to you. Alcohol is the crutch to your problem. Your problem is depression. I didn't know I had ADHD. I didn't know I had high anxiety. I didn't know that I had PTSD. I didn't know that I had OCD. I didn't know I had any of these things. ADHD. I didn't know.
And then to add to it, it's like that may be the original problem, but the problem that's keeping you from solving that problem is you.
Yeah.
It's you. It's crazy.
And when you actually think about it and it really hits, like for real hits, it's like the whole time, half my life. And all I had to do was realize that it wasn't the alcohol, or it wasn't the fentanyl, or it wasn't the meth, or it wasn't the coke, or it wasn't the opiate, or the pills, or anything. It wasn't none of that, bro. It was just, that was something to make me not think about it. Get me away from the thought that I really have a problem. That's where the problem lies. You have to, everybody, this is just my opinion. Yes, step one, admit that I'm powerless. 100%. I so agree with that. But in my way of learning it, to where I am right now and how much I believe and how much I love and care about it is, yeah, I admit that I'm powerless. But I also admit that alcohol wasn't the problem was me.
Mm-hmm. How hard is it? Because I think about this, like, on my day-to-day life right now, I don't have to pass through the dope house. I don't have to see people smoking dope or shooting dope. I don't have to witness, or I don't have to experience my drug of choice every day. You do.
Yeah.
I don't. What's that like, man?
I was scared when I first got out. You know, I'm fresh out of treatment for the first time, and I really, really put everything I had into it. And I got out, and I went to the Next Chapter house in London, and not even a football field's distance from the house is a liquor store. And here's a funny thing: people in Nashville that you don't think about every day, they sell Fireball at the gas station.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah.
Every gas station, 9 times out of 10 you go to, right when you're walking out the door, there's a whole banister right there full of nothing but every single thing that I drink every single day. Right. Every single day when I wake up and get ready to go to work and stuff, I'm like, alcohol.
So are you still battling that craving?
No.
At what point? Go ahead.
I asked God to take it away from me.
Like when? Like in rehab?
Yeah. And it's the one thing that I told God that I 100% have to be obedient about. Every single thing that He's promised me. And it started off small. You know what I'm saying? It started off real small in October, when I got here. And I was scared to death. But then I met Pastor Casey. And I started to get this feeling of good in me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm learning about God again. I'm like knowing who He was. I got baptized. I go to the altar every Sunday. And I'm like, these things make me feel good.
Yeah.
All it's going to take is one sip. One sip, bro, and it's over. Yeah. Every single thing that I've worked hard for this year, everything that I put into this, one sip, and it's gone. Do I want to risk that? Do I want to risk every single thing that I have right now that God has given me and is going to continue to give me if I stay the path? Y'all can have that. I don't want nothing to do with it.
What point did you realize that it was gone, that He had taken it?
That He had taken it? Royal Rumble.
Huh?
The Royal Rumble. It's a pay-per-view. It's a wrestling pay-per-view. I'm a wrestling fanatic. Anything you want to know from Timbuktu to how do you do? I know everything about wrestling. Always have, always will. Well, the Royal Rumble was the first pay-per-view that came out. See, I got out in August. No, I got checked in August. I got out in October. The Royal Rumble was in January. So I'm starting off slow, still scared. Doing this, I'm doing this, and the pay-per-view's in January. So I go through October scared. I go through November settling in. I go through December freaking out. Christmas time, no family. Everybody that doesn't have one knows what you go through in situations like that. It's, please, for the love of goodness, let me have something in my body to make me not think about all the things I'm going to think about on Christmas. Here comes the Royal Rumble. This is going to sound really stupid, but it's the first pay-per-view that I've ever had to been able to watch in 28 years. The first one that I hadn't drank.
That ain't stupid, bro. You just broke a tradition, bro.
I literally was like, I'm sitting in there in the living room at the chapter house. I got 6 dudes around me, and I'm like, hey, man, I want to watch this pay-per-view, bro. I've been waiting for a hot minute. And we all sat there as a group, and I never thought about it.
Come on, bro. Come on.
I never thought about it.
How long do you think it was between the time when you asked Him to take it away and when you realized He had done it?
August 15th. August 15th, when I checked my son with treatment, I knew that.
What was the time in between? How long do you think it was?
The time in between from
August 15th until
when I realized?
Yeah, that it was gone. That pay-per-view.
It took the pay-per-view to make me to open my eyes and see.
But I'm just curious, how long did that take you? What was the time in between? What was the time frame there?
About 3 months. 7 months.
7 months.
From August until January.
Now, I ask this because a lot of times we'll ask God to do things, and then we'll move on with our life, and then just like He didn't do it. But like a lot of times at once, a lot of times it takes time.
Yeah.
And then also it's like you don't know when He actually removed it, but that's when you noticed it.
Yeah, when I was at the pay-per-view with all the guys around the house, that's when it made me open up my eyes and be like, oh my God, I cannot believe I'm doing this sober. Whoa, what else can I do? What other things that I have to have alcohol to be able to do? What other things that I have to be intoxicated for to be able to go and see? Can I go to a concert? Can I really go?
Yeah.
It's
how we did everything.
Yeah, can I really go to a concert and not be high or not be drunk? Can I really go see a movie and not smoke weed before I go see a movie because it's going to make me laugh more? It just diminishes, bro. But it wasn't overnight. Oh, please help me, Lord, and get me rid of all this stuff so I can wake up and be better. Bro, it took 7 months.
Yeah.
For me to just put in the work, bro. That's all there is to it. Putting in the work. But I ain't put in enough. I'm still not putting in enough. Pastor Casey hit me with that today. I'm not doing everything.
Pastor Casey didn't hit you with nothing.
No, God hit me with
God hit you with
it. God hit me with it. Yep. Thank you. I
Yeah.
didn't. Yep.
Because Pastor Casey he didn't make it about you. You know what I'm saying?
No, he did not.
He was just.
But that's why. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, how can he say something that makes it sound like it's directed directly at me to make me feel that way? And we got a whole church full of people. Yeah,
That's the Lord, bro.
that's the Lord, bro.
That's the Lord, man.
That's
And
the Lord.
I'm glad that you got something major out of it. I mean, I always get something out of every service, but I'm kind of in this season, and God warned me that this was going to happen. You know, I see a lot of videos on Facebook. They'll be like, God's doing this right now, and I usually laugh at them. I'm like, I'm sure that'll fit somebody, you know. But it's a shot. I look at those videos like a shot in the dark. They get likes from the people. It kind of worked with their situation, but I saw this video came through, and it was, I knew God was talking to me. As soon as it came on, it was like God's about to put you in a season where you don't really feel Him. He's going to see if you're going to go back, and that's where I'm at right now. And I'm not really feeling the Spirit, bro. I'm not really getting as much out of my Bible studies. I get enough to write down, you know, but it's not. I'm not getting that. I'm not feeling the Spirit, man. I'm not. But I know that there'll be seasons like that, and He told me there was gonna be.
Yep.
And I'm getting, the dreams are coming back, you know, about drugs and everything. But I'm good, man, because I know that means that there's something good about to happen.
Can I give you my opinion?
Yeah.
I'm in it too.
Are you?
I mean, I honestly I'm so blessed that you said that. I really feel like that I'm in a season too. You know, when I told you about when we first started today, I said, you know, devil's going to tempt you. Devil's going to try to break you, kind of try to do every single thing. For the past 2 weeks, he has been hooked to my side trying. And, you know, and I'm still in it sitting right here. But this is my opinion. What happens for you next week?
My year mark.
What happens to me on August 15th?
Year mark.
So really, now that you think about it like that, you really think that that's not so much. I mean, we're definitely in the season, but he is trying his hardest to make it much, much worse. Like I feel like I'm doing everything right. You're doing everything right, but our mind is a little bit not where it wants to be. At least that's me.
I feel like there's an important distinction here because the devil has control of a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
And he does what he can, right, to get us off track and to plague us in different ways, right? But we need to make the distinction here that he has no say in whether or not we feel the Spirit. He can't stop that.
No, he cannot.
He can't stop that. So, but I look at it just like, you know, they said he filled my cup, it's running over, right? But you know, as you sip on your cup, eventually it runs dry.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like we don't need it filled up as soon as there's that last drop in there. We think we do. You know what I'm saying? But I know that what He's already poured into me and I've drank is enough that's going to hold me by for this season of my cup being dry, and then He's gonna completely fill it back up, overflowing again. And that's all I'm looking forward to. I have nothing's going to get me off track because I've seen this already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jesus has already shown me this. God's already shown me this. And it's such a great place to be, man, to not be worried about what you don't have, but just excited to know that there's more in store.
Yeah. I could wake up tomorrow morning. You could wake up tomorrow morning with absolutely nothing, and it would not faze me at all.
Yeah, and if I don't make it, I get to be with Jesus, bro.
Right.
Like, you know, they say, I never understood when they said, I don't want anything except Jesus. Like, and then I heard a guy say, I don't even care if he goes to heaven, just as long as he can be with Jesus, because that is heaven. You know what I'm saying? No matter where it's at, if I get to be with the one who did everything for me, like that will be heaven in itself, right?
Yeah, it'd be the greatest gift anybody ever got.
So man, I don't have no fear, or that's all I used to have.
What is fear?
Yeah, man. That I lived in fight or flight for at least a decade. I mean, like, I was tripping, bro.
Yeah.
100 miles an hour, freaking out, literally. It had such an impact on me and everyone that I love, you know. But it's one thing to say that you don't have to, that you're not like that anymore when everything's good. You know,
No, you need to be, yeah, exactly. Thank you, God.
it's another when you're not feeling.
When you're not feeling it, but you still know that you are this person now and you are doing things to make your life better and the people around you and everything, and you're sitting on a pedestal this high, bro, you can get broke any day of the week and twice on Sunday, bro, but it's having the mentality to be able to stay here with God, walk the path, stay on the path, no matter what comes at you in any different way, man. Good days are bad. And trust me, there's probably going to be in the very beginning of it, for me, in the beginning, my first 6 months, there was 10 times more bad than there was good. But then I locked in. Let go, let God.
I can't, he can, I'm going to let him do it.
I can't say that enough. Cannot. There's no way this can get fixed. There's no way. God, can you help me with this, please? I'm just going to let it go to you.
Man, I was thinking about, I can't
4 or 5 months later, boom, there you go. Problem solved.
I think I covered all the questions I had for you from last time.
Okay.
Man, thank you for going on this journey with me, bro.
Man. Bro, we got a lot of walking to do.
Love you, bro.
Love you too.
Guys, get in the comment section, like, share, subscribe, and thank you for listening.
We got a lot of things coming up next month.
Next week, Jordan Ledford
from where it all starts.
The Rehabilitation Center.
100.
It's gonna be a good one.
Yep.
I'm David.
I'm Cecil.
It's the Lighthouse.
Lighthouse. Deuces.